What's going on, guys? King Trending here. What we're doing today is going over our top 5 richest rappers, and be sure to stay tuned because the net worth of these rappers go higher and higher as we go further up the list. We will not be going over the top 5 richest rappers of all time, but we're going over people that are more relevant in this generation of music. The reason because of this is because it's cool to see where they went from a few years ago, from being broke and worth nothing to where they are being worth millions upon millions of dollars. Before we get this started, be sure to drop a like on this video. Let's try to get 2,000 likes within the first 24 hours. And if you guys are new to King Trending, be sure to subscribe if you guys didn't already, because we have videos just like this on your guys' favorite rappers. First, we have an honorable mention, which is Lil Uzi. I'm just gonna explain like a quick backstory of how he came up to where he is right now. He started rapping to impress and get attention from like the people inside of his hometown, North Philly, and it turned into something that he could probably never imagine. Just after a few songs, he managed to get the attention of some very popular DJs, which took off his career. Going to 2017, he's probably one of the most recognizable faces in this generation of rap, and recently dropped the album Love Is Rage 2 that skyrocketed his net worth, and his album sales are projected to sell around 100,000 to 120,000 copies within the first week, which is enough to put him as the #1 spot on the Billboard Top 200, which is insane. With all this recent attention and money that he's receiving, his estimated net worth is $11 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth 2017.net. The reason why I'm putting Uzi as an honorable mention and not as one of the spots, because I put him in a recent video of top 5 richest rappers, but that was his old net worth. But since his new album dropped, they updated his net worth on the website to 11 million. I decided just to throw him in here, but not as a spot on the list. Uzi is one of those people that loves to talk about money inside of his songs. It has to do with like an AP watch that he bought for $100,000, or how much he made in one show, which is around $80,000. He loves talking about that, and I will probably do the same if I was in the same exact situation. But what's also cool about this is sometimes he makes songs of how much he's worth. Like inside this example, in May 30th of 2015, he actually made his first million because he made a song called Made a Million, or he's pretty much saying that he made a million by himself. And later down the road, he also did something similar where he made a song called 7 million, where he was worth $7 million, and he released that song on July 31st 2016. I find it so cool how you could like track how much he grew over the last year. From 2016 to 2017, it basically almost doubled, from having 7 million to around 11 million. On the 5th place spot, we got Brian Emanuel. He's actually a comedian that transitioned into rap. He grew up in Indonesia, and he was really interested in American comedy, so he went to social media to share some of his comedic skits and vines that he created. Then he transitioned and started to do rap as a joke and not meant to take seriously, and he made the song called That Stick that ended up blowing up, having over 70 million views. And inside the music video, he was wearing a fanny pack and also a pink collared shirt, and the whole persona of him and what he was rapping about really didn't match up, which created a lot of controversy around his name, which jump-started his career because people didn't know to take him seriously or to take him as a joke. But then Brian just ended up sticking with it and continuing putting out music, and people actually latched onto it, and I actually started to like that the music that he was putting out, including Who Dat Be, 17, and his most recent success, Glow Like That, which has over 10 million views within 2 weeks. And the original song that he made, That Stick, actually got remixed by Ghostface and Puya. He got a feature on them on the remix, which is a really big achievement for one of his first songs he ever created and put out there, considering Ghostface and Puya are really established rappers in the game, and people started to take Brian Emanuel more seriously. And inside the process of making all these songs, Brian Emanuel ended up racking up a net worth of $1.3 million, according to CelebrityNetWorth.com. And that's not bad considering that he didn't even mean to go into the rap game seriously and did it all as a joke. Alright, now we're in the 4th place spot, which is Kyle. He's kind of a newer artist that exploded recently. The one song that really helped him explode was his one song called I Spy that he did with Lil Yachty. And this year he was also featured as a XXL 2017 freshman, which is an incredible achievement for Kyle considering that he recently just blew up to fame. But he's been putting out albums and music out for a pretty long time. He started rapping when he was 13 years old, and when he started rapping when he was 13, he just started to copy everyone else around him. Then over time he started to develop his own style, which is more of an upbeat, happy type of vibe, which separated him from any other person pretty much on the freshman list of 2017. And with all this recent success Kyle has been seeing, his net worth grew up to $2 million, according to celebritynetworth.com. On third place spot, we have Post Malone. What really helped him blow up back in 2015 was his hit single White Iverson. You probably have heard it before because it has over 400 million views. It was a song like no other song at the time. It had like a trap like beat with like R&B singing inside the middle of it with like a really catchy hook. It was a song that was pretty much destined to be where it is right now. And shortly after the song blew up, he managed to build up a net worth of around $300,000 back in 2015. And in 2016, he managed to build that up even more to 2.3 million. And in 2017, the updated one is around $6.1 million. And Post Malone's one of those artists that are here to stay because he collaborated with so many other big artists, including Justin Bieber, Quavo, Chance the Rapper, Lil Wayne, and the list goes on and on. And recently he made a song that passed White Iverson in views, which is the song Congratulations that he did with Quavo, that has over 450 million views on YouTube, which really helped Post Malone get that $6 million mark.
Roly, roly, roly. Bust it open, holy moly.
On the second place spot, we got 21. Some of his most popular songs you probably know him by is X, No Heart, and also Bank Account, the one recently came out inside the new album, Issa album. Another popular song that he has is Sneakin', the one that he featured on Drake's song. And I know all these artists are known for more than their hit singles, but I have to mention them because those really help him blow up to fame and get all this money. And the hit songs are a really big factor into bringing them to where they are right now. And it wouldn't be right for me to show you guys their net worth if I didn't show you guys how they actually got there and the steps they took and the songs they'd written that blew them up to fame. 21's net worth is kind of obvious because he said it in one of his most popular songs that blew up recently that I mentioned before, called Bank Account. He counted 1 through 8, then he says M in my bank account, which means he has $8 million in his bank account, which is basically his net worth. The money he kept after every single thing that he spent, including he bought a Rari recently. Before I said that Drake gifted him the Rari, but I was actually wrong about that. Drake ended up renting out a Rari for 21. Then after that, 21 actually fell in love with the Rari and ended up buying his own one and returned the one to Drake. And that was a mistake I made in a previous video. Sorry about that. On the first place spot, we got Kendrick Lamar. He's older than anyone else on this list, and he's also kind of different the way he spends his money. He's actually really humble about it. He doesn't spend his money on no like really expensive flashy cars. His net worth is more than all these other people, and he's been rapping for quite a long time compared to the other people on this list. Bro, he grew up in Compton and he started rapping under the name K-Dot back when he was a teenager. And the one song that really helped him get the attention from really popular artists was a song that he made called Overly Dedicated. And after that, he released a studio album, Section 80, which followed collaborations with The Game, Busta Rhymes, and Snoop Dogg. And one thing led to another, and that leads us to the Kendrick that we know today. Kendrick loves money but doesn't really like spending it and flashing how much money he has, even though he's worth millions. The things that he owns and where he lives doesn't really match up on how much he's actually worth. He spends the amount of money probably like a normal person would spend if they had a regular job as like an accountant or something, but he's the best rapper alive and he's worth millions. He purchased the home in Riverside County in California for only $500,000. That seems like a lot, but for a rapper that's worth over $20 million, that's basically nothing. The only semi-luxury vehicle that he has is a Range Rover Sport, which cost him about $90,000. That's nothing compared to these other rappers buying like Raris for like $300,000 to $400,000, and that's one of the most luxurious things that he purchased right next to his house. The estimates that I'm seeing of his net worth are pretty much all over the place, to $30 million to almost $70 million. So we're just gonna round up a little bit and say his net worth is around $45 million according to like 5 or 6 sources. That's pretty much like the average of every single site that I've seen, and that's a pretty good estimate for 2017. That's the end of the video. If you guys are new and don't know, we're giving away 2 red iPhones that are 128GB. The rules are extremely simple, so you guys are missing out if you're not entering. All you have to do is leave a like on this video, comment down below I subscribed, actually be subscribed, turn on post notifications, and you guys already watched the whole video, so you guys don't have to worry about that. And if you guys have any other suggestions of any videos I should do in the future, be sure to comment them down below. Take your comments and shout you guys out if I use your suggestion. And I'll see you guys later in the next King Trending video. Peace, guys.
I'm talking to you with a passion. Oh, designer this, designer that, but I'm so casual. Go and try your luck, you get turned into a statue. Cookies in my leaf, you can smell it in the ash. She said she ain't smoke like this, ain't used to smoking backwards. I can't show no love, cause I